Shockwaves are going through North Central Florida, around Gator Nation, and around college football. Urban Meyer, the head coach of Florida's football team the past 5 years, winners of 2 SEC championships and 2 national championships, is stepping down as the head coach of the team. Meyer citing health concerns as the main reason for his stepping aside, but he says he will coach in the Sugar Bowl, making January 1st the final day of the Urban Meyer era.
I just listened to it and I thought, oh God.
Well, it was a complete shock.
I was crushed, I felt like we were losing a father figure to this team.
I mean, it just hit me like you're saying. I'm like, he's not done.
The first thing I thought was, nah, this is not gonna last, because this is what gets his blood flowing. This is what makes his heart beat.
Fielding Yost had a great quote back at the turn of the century. It's not just the love of the game, it's love of the struggle.
The accountability that he put on himself from a day-to-day grind was unbelievable.
I knew just after a short period of time that I have a dandy in Coach Meyer because he was so driven.
He's seen the big picture as an assistant coach, so you knew when it came time for him to be head coach, it was just, you knew he was on his way.
My kids ask, why do we keep moving? And I said, your dad is climbing a mountain right now, and every step is just getting closer and closer to the top. And then when Florida came up, I said, this is it, this is the top.
All of a sudden you're striving and you're looking at that prize and you're chasing that prize and you're chasing that prize, and then all of a sudden you get the prize and the prize doesn't bring what you thought it was going to bring.
It's just, the constant focal point to try to be successful. The unrelenting commitment to be successful. His tank overflowed, and I got it.
He only knew one way to do it, and that was full force, everything he had into the job, everything.
There would be times where you'd be like sitting there trying to talk to him, and he'd just like stare at you like blankly. He'd just like, okay, like what are you thinking about? Because his mind
Just knowing Urban and his personality, him shutting off anything's going to be difficult.
I'd go to church and I'd sit there and text recruits or email recruits, and then I'd go out to dinner with my daughter and I'd start doodling on a napkin offensive plays or special teams or notes for the next team meeting. And when one daughter said that, Dad, you haven't talked to me in over a year, and that's when it all kind of came crashing in on me.
He just, over the course of that, from then till Christmas, just decided that it wasn't worth it. If it was going to make him sick.
Reflection to me was a sign of weakness. I never took time to reflect. After that all happened, I did, and I said, my gosh, what are we doing here?
When we lose hope in what we're doing, I think maybe in some ways that's when Urban got to the point of, I want to get back my life, I want to get back my hope, I want to get back my peace in my heart, and this is not providing me it, I'm going to go somewhere else. But I think Urban also realized that the problem wasn't necessarily in the job, the problem was in himself, and now I've got to work on myself